Hey there, podcast family. Shaun Tabatt here. Welcome to my very first podcast episode of 2025, titled Has Shaun Retired from Podcasting? Now, the mere fact that I'm podcasting to talk about this may indicate that I'm not going to retire. I may have used that title as a ploy to get you to listen to or watch this episode. So I'm glad you're here. Uh, but more than anything, I just want to give you everybody an update on where I've gone, where I've been. I was looking at my podcasting server last week, and my last episode was posted between 4.5, 5 months ago. And so some of y'all might be wondering, where have I gone? No new podcasts, very limited social media interaction, and on the one hand, I've been very busy the past 6 months, and on the other, I really just kind of needed a break, needed to step away. So have no fear, Shaun is not retiring from podcasting. You will see lots more podcast stuff from me, so to speak, in 2025 and beyond. But more than anything, I needed a break. Still grieving. I lived my life very publicly throughout Lynette's cancer journey, and after like 2 years of that, I just really needed to pull away from people wanting to speak into my life and giving me their opinions and such. I just needed some quiet and some space. So I really pulled away from just sharing about my life and my journey publicly for a while, and it felt good. I really needed the space. I really needed the bandwidth, so to speak. Work has been busy. Life in Christian publishing is never dull, and so just new team stuff, projects, things we're doing on the back end and publishing work. There's been plenty to do. I've had a lot of travel. I travel quite a bit for work in late summer and into the fall. I've had a lot of personal trips this fall, so had some travel in there. We had a hurricane come through South Carolina, so that was a good time. Gosh, I really didn't have a lot of damage. Like we lost one big tree in our front field that's kind of like the size of a park, but no damage to the house. Bunch of trees down in the woods, but so on that front, we can't complain. But we were without power for like almost 2 weeks. We didn't have internet for 2.5, 3 weeks. So as a guy who works from home, it made working very difficult. I worked from Barnes and Noble and Starbucks, any place I could find internet, honestly. And then, trying to do podcasting, goodness, I certainly couldn't do any podcasting during that time. And so, between that just kind of threw me off my game a bit. And yeah, and it's just been a while. What else has been going on? Had some ER visits, some health stuff, hernia surgery like 7 weeks ago. So that really took me out of commission from like just after Thanksgiving until goodness, I think it's just the last week I can actually walk a mile again. So just really have been forced into resting post surgery, obviously holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, a lot going on there. Wrapping up my new book, The NDE Conspiracy. That's going to be releasing in May of this year. So that actually this week I'm putting the final touches on that. So that's taken up a lot of time. And in some ways, most importantly, back in September, one of my good pastor friends introduced me to a girl. We started dating, we got engaged, and we just got married at this first part of January. So, gosh, between all the stuff I listed earlier and getting remarried recently, life has been a blur. The latter part of 2024 was more crazy than I probably had bargained for. So, yeah, I didn't put down the microphone without reason. I needed the bandwidth and the space, and so I really pulled back, and it's felt good to be away from everything and really not share a lot on social media. But even the past few days, like I'm getting back into a rhythm of sharing and posting, and thinking about new podcast episodes, and I've got some episodes in the can right now that I'll be releasing, and we'll begin recording new episodes again in February. Gonna definitely be continuing with the Shaun Tabatt Show. You'll continue to see me do a lot of author interviews on there. Looking to do probably some solo stuff and maybe have more people interviewing me, because the difficulty with interviews is you don't get my perspective always on stuff. And surprise, surprise, I have opinions and things that I'm passionate about and would like to talk about. So I think you'll see more solo content out of me in 2025 and beyond. So Shaun Tabatt Show definitely continuing. Excited to keep doing work with the Grieve Like a Man podcast. We're only 3 episodes into that last year. The last episode being with my friend Bill Johnson, who has a new book on grief coming out or later this summer. And so just wrote my endorsement for that book. And so, yeah, lots more to come with Grieve Like a Man and the Shaun Tabatt Show. I've got some other podcasting ideas and things that I'll be pursuing probably in the latter part of 2025, but really just trying to get my head back into the podcasting game. I really miss it as a guy who works from home. Obviously, my family's here, my wife, my kids. So I got social interaction with them. I work with my teams remotely, so we're on Zoom and Google Meeting a lot, but there is a certain creative outlet for podcasting. And then, also just the social part of it, interacting with people. So it fills a couple of different needs for me. And so I'm really excited to get back behind the microphone and start producing new content again. And then and I are going to start trying to do some stuff for his channels, hopefully later this year. And just, I know y'all really enjoy when Randy and I do content together. And so, yeah, just keep an eye out. Again, you'll see some new episodes for Grieve Like a Man, Shaun Tabatt Show coming in February. If you haven't, head out, pre-order my new book, The NDE Conspiracy. That is going to be releasing in May of 2025. And yeah, I hope you all have been well, have missed interacting with people, and just excited to be back out there creating content and, doing podcasting like I love and enjoy. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I'm